The Texas Tech University system could be growing in the near future after a big announcement last Friday. Coming up, we'll let you know which North Texas university could be next to get their guns up.
Students looking for an escape from the grind of schoolwork had the chance to enjoy some time with a few furry friends. Find out which department is providing baked goods and quality time with man's best friend for some good old-fashioned therapy next.
And the Texas Tech baseball team is back on the diamond for the first time since their history-making appearance in the 2019 College World Series. But will the Red Raiders be making another trip to Omaha this year? MCTV's Austin Seat will be in with a look at opening weekend in sports.
This is the MCTV Weekday Update.
Welcome to the Monday edition of the MCTV Weekday Update. I'm Uvie Bikomo.
And I'm Haleigh Beaird. The Texas Tech University system currently consists of 4 universities across the Lone Star State.
That's right, Haleigh. But after an announcement last week, one more university may soon be adding its name to the list of schools associated with the double T. On Friday, Midwestern State University officials sent out a press release to announce that they are considering joining the TTU system. Midwestern State is an independent university located in Wichita Falls. In the release, MSU President Suzanne Shipley said that the university had received an invitation from Texas Tech to join the TTU system earlier this year. After consulting with the MSU Board of Regents, MSU officials have decided to start a discussion with the campus and Wichita Falls community to see if they are interested in joining. The open forums will take place over the next 2 weeks, and the Board of Regents will begin discussions in April. A formal discussion is expected during the MSU Board of Regents open session in May, with a final decision expected to be made following that meeting. If Midwestern State decides to join the Texas Tech University system, they will be the 5th member and the first to join since Angelo State back in 2007. The TTU system is currently made up of Texas Tech University, the TTU Health Sciences Center, the TTU HSC El Paso, and Angelo State University in San Angelo.
In other news, students considering a future career in healthcare had a chance to get information on their next steps during an annual event. The 2020 edition of Health Professions School Fair was held last Thursday in the Sub Ballroom. Doors opened at 11 a.m. to any and all students interested in continuing their education in medical school. Representatives from programs across the country were in attendance at Thursday's fair, giving attendees the chance to learn about everything they have to offer. The event also provided options for students who are not currently majoring in the medical field.
Professional schools like medical schools or optometry schools, they don't care what you major in. They care about your qualifications. So there are students applying for health professions from all academic majors on campus. Our office works with students. Any Red Raider, if they have a health professions goal, they can work with our office. They can apply to these professional programs, and that's what this event is for.
The Health Professions School Fair is hosted each year by the Pre-Professional Health Careers Department, but if you didn't make it to this year's event, you can still discover your options for a future in healthcare by meeting with a pre-professional health careers advisor. For more information and to make an appointment, visit pphc.ttu.edu.
Right across the street from the Sub, another campus department held an annual event to encourage students to consider a job in a field that could have a big influence on the next generation. On Thursday, the Department of Family and Consumer Sciences hosted the National FCS Educator Day in the Human Sciences Building Canyon Room. Starting at 10:45 a.m., representatives from the FCS department set up an information table for any student interested in becoming an FCS educator. Student members of Tech's chapter of the American Association for Family and Consumer Sciences were also on hand to talk about the benefits of FCS and the current shortage of FCS educators. The group hopes that Thursday's event is not the only opportunity they will have to spread the word about FCS educator opportunities.
So we're trying to partner with more organizations on campus just to try to get out there and get more people knowing about what we are.
The Department of Family and Consumer Sciences is a major in the College of Human Sciences. If you would like to learn more about the department or about the College of Human Sciences, visit hs.ttu.edu.
It's been just over a month since the beginning of the spring semester, and students are starting to feel the pressure of their school schedules. Luckily, one campus department has come up with a unique way to help find an escape from the stress of coursework. Last Tuesday, the TTU English department held their first spring edition of Puppies and Pastries. The event took place in the English building's second-floor atrium. Members of the tech community could stop by between 12:30 and 2 p.m. to enjoy the company of some furry friends.
Lots of the students come because they are like, oh, I miss my dogs, or they don't have their dogs here, or even just walking back and forth from class and they're just hungry and they come and get some popcorn or they get some brownies and then they pet a dog and everybody's happy.
Puppies and Pastries has become a regular event on the English department's calendar. The event is held several times each semester, typically around the more stressful times of the year. The next date for Puppies and Pastries has not been announced yet, but you can keep up with the happenings in the English department through their social media pages. Just look for English at TTU on Facebook or TTU English on Twitter.
After another week of cold temperatures and winter conditions, the South Plains saw a dramatic set of changes over the weekend.
That's true, Uvie. The sun came out and temperatures climbed as high as the mid-70s on Sunday. But will these spring-like conditions continue into the week? MCTV's Madison Hartin joins us in the studio with the latest look at the forecast. Madison?
Thanks, Haleigh and Uvie. Well, it is true. It has been feeling a lot like spring outside out the past couple days. Right now, looking out at our MCTV tower cam, we can see that the skies are big and blue and beautiful. There is not a cloud in sight right now. And personally, I've been enjoying these last few days of warm, mostly because I kind of knew it wouldn't last and we'd be having another round of cold coming in this week. But I've been enjoying it while it's been here. For today, our high temperature climbed all the way up to 74 degrees, partly cloudy this morning, but the clouds have since dissipated due to the warm conditions. Wind is coming from the north by northwest at 10 to 20 miles per hour. And then for tonight, we're going to be seeing a little bit of a drop in temperatures. We're going to be dropping back into the mid-30s, 36 degrees, partly cloudy and cool, with an east by northeasterly wind coming at 10 to 20 miles per hour. Now, looking at the South Plains as a whole, we can see as the next couple days go on, we are going to be seeing a little bit cooler temperatures. Coolest temperatures are going to be out at the north of us by Tulia-Friona area, and our warmest temperatures going into tomorrow are probably going to be out east of us at the Aspermont area. For the warm temperatures for the South Plains, we are going to be seeing tomorrow only climb up to about the mid-40s to about the mid-50s, somewhere in that range for all of the South Plains, which, again, it's going to be just slowly getting colder over the next couple days till we see another return of freezing temperatures on Wednesday evening. Bringing it back into those freezing temperatures, we can see for Lubbock metropolitan area, we are going to be seeing a chance of a wintry mix for those areas. Wintry mix does not mean snow. It means a mix of freezing rain, sleet, a little bit of everything, sometimes even just really cold rain outside. But we are going to be seeing a little bit of snow north of us probably, but it doesn't quite make it to Lubbock metropolitan area. Now, the thing I always have to say, and you all get mad at me for saying it over and over again, but I have to say it, classes are not canceled till the university says they're canceled. And when it is snowing or ice on the roads, make sure to stay off of them. Just be safe. Get someone else to drive you, catch a bus. Just don't go out on the roads if you're uncomfortable driving in them. They can be extremely dangerous. For Lubbock, Texas, we are going to be continue to see a drop in temperatures over the next couple of days. For Tuesday, the sun will at least be out for Tuesday. High of 51 degrees, low of 29, and east by southeasterly wind coming at 15 to 25 miles per hour. For Wednesday, 44 is going to be our high and 31 is going to be our low. Winds coming from the east at 10 to 20 miles per hour as that front comes in. And we are going to be seeing a 40% chance of precipitation in the PM area. And that is mostly going to be rain. But then for Thursday, as we move into the AM of Thursday, we could see a chance of that wintry mix I was talking about, but that is only going to drop down to a 30% for Lubbock area. 38 is going to be our high for that day, and 24 degrees is going to be our low, with a northeasterly wind coming at 15 to 25 miles per hour. So it's going to be wet and chilly and coldy and windy that day. I'm personally not looking forward to it, but I also know that we are in the South Plains in the thick of winter. We haven't quite made it to spring yet, but I'm looking forward to when we do. I'm Madison Hartin for MCTV Weather. Back to you in the studio.
Thanks, Madison. TTU Athletics spring sports season is officially in full swing after the Texas Tech baseball team made their return to the Diamond last Friday.
But baseball wasn't the only team in action this weekend. MCTV's Austin Seat joins us now with a look at the headlines from the last few days in sports. Austin.
Thanks, Uvie and Haleigh. It has been a very busy weekend for sports here midway through February. Not only do you have Tech Athletics, who had both basketball and baseball take over Lubbock, but you also have the NBA All-Star Weekend, with the All-Star Game ending it all. To start off, we have Lady Raider basketball facing off against the West Virginia Mountaineers. Saturday afternoon, the Lady Raiders got off to a slow start as the Mountaineers got hot during the first quarter. However, the Lady Raiders kept it interesting during the second quarter, gaining the lead midway through. Unfortunately, the Mountaineers were able to retain the lead at halftime with a score of 33-29 going into the break. After halftime, both teams would play a cat and mouse game with the lead until West Virginia was able to pull away in the fourth quarter. The Lady Raiders stood strong but ultimately lost the game 67-60. Andrea Adams helped the team with 15 points, 1 rebound and 1 assist, while teammates Brittany Brewer and Alexis Tucker were not far behind with 12 points each. Brewer also had 13 rebounds, while Tucker had 5 rebounds and 2 assists. The Lady Raiders will return to Lubbock to play the Baylor Bears tomorrow at 7 p.m. If you can't make the game, you can catch all the action on FSN. Moving over to the men's side, the Red Raiders traveled to Stillwater to face the Oklahoma State Cowboys. After a slow start, the Red Raiders climbed their way back into the game from behind to have a few lead changes with the Cowboys until halftime, in which they had a 2-point lead of 29-27. After halftime, the Red Raiders looked strong as they took and held the lead for much of the second half. However, the Cowboys made an impressive rally to retake the lead with just over a minute to go. Unfortunately, the Red Raiders couldn't recover and lost the game 73-70. Tech now has a record of 16-9 and 7-5 in the conference, making them third in the Big 12. Helping the Red Raiders out was Davide Moretti with 15 points and 3 rebounds, and teammate Kevin McCullough, who also had 15 points along with 5 rebounds and an assist. Teammate Kyler Edwards also contributed with 12 points, a rebound, and 4 assists, along with Jemias Ramsey, who had 14 points, 3 rebounds, and 4 assists. The Red Raiders will also return to Lubbock to play Kansas State on Wednesday at 8 p.m. If you cannot make the game, you can watch it on ESPN2. Opening day for Tech baseball happened last Friday, and already the Red Raiders look to make a statement in this year's season. But after last year's opening day, many fans were wondering how Tech would fare this year. Well, Tech fans, after 3 days, the men's baseball team is a perfect 4-0 here at Danlaw Field. The Red Raiders were host to Houston Baptist and Northern Colorado over the weekend and were able to handle business here at home. The Red Raiders won Game 1 5-1 against Houston Baptist and then came out red hot in Game 2, winning 24-3 on Saturday. Later that day, they played Game 3 against Northern Colorado and continued their scoring attack, winning with a score of 22-4. The next day, Tech won 14-3 in 7 innings. After Game 4, Tech had a total of 64 runs, while the opponents only got a total of 11 runs. Tech started off the season ranked 3rd in the country going into the weekend, and while most of the rankings won't change, Tech has sure made a statement in the season opener. Next up, the Red Raiders will travel to Round Rock, Texas to play in the Round Rock Classic against teams like Tennessee, Stanford, and Houston. You can catch all of the games on the Texas Tech Sports Network. Well, with half of the NBA season down, many teams were looking for a chill weekend off before the season kicks back in. During the break, the NBA's greatest stars joined together in Chicago to put on a show for fans all over the world. While some people were ready to watch the NBA All-Star Game, many others enjoyed the many games and competitions during All-Star Weekend. With that being said, here is a recap of the weekend's festivities. To start off, the NBA's rising stars got together for a game between Team USA and Team World. Both teams are made up of players from either here in the U.S. or players from other countries, and the battle for bragging rights. Team USA came out on top this time, winning 151-131. On Saturday, the competitions began with the main 3 being the skills challenge, the 3-point contest, and the slam dunk contest. To start, Miami Heat big man Bam Adebayo took the first contest against fellow big man Domantas Sabonis in the final round. Up next, the 3-point contest narrowed down to 3 players. Davis Bertans, Devin Booker, and Buddy Hield set the stage for a classic contest with an exciting finish. It was a close race, but in the end, Buddy Hield took the title with a score of 27, just 1 point ahead of Booker. Finally, to end it all, Aaron Gordon and Derrick Jones Jr. delivered a slam dunk contest that rivaled Jordan vs. Wilkins' slam dunk contest in 1988. After 4 dunks, Jones Jr. edged out Gordon to win the dunk contest, despite some questionable judging throughout the competition. And finally, to end All-Star Weekend was the big game between Team Giannis and Team LeBron. After 4 quarters, Team LeBron came out on top 157-155. After the game, Kawhi Leonard, who had 30 points, 7 rebounds, and 4 assists, was the winner of the Kobe Bryant MVP award. The trophy was renamed in his honor after his crash back in January. Well, that's all for sports. Back to you, Uvie and Haleigh.
Thanks, Austin. So, Haleigh, did you have a chance to catch any of the NBA All-Star weekend?
I did not. I actually was at the Tech baseball game. So, did you?
No, I didn't, but I bet the baseball game was good.
Yes, it definitely was. That's all for today's edition of the MCTV Weekday Update.
Thanks so much for joining us, and be sure to check ttuhub.net every day for more news. We'll see you on Thursday.